Dare Mighty Things is a team of social entrepreneurs who are committed to solving social problems throughout the world. Dare Mighty Things assists clients in the creation and launch of new ventures that represent breakthroughs in scale and effectiveness, permanently improving thousands of lives.
Good evening. Flight 93 will be remembered as a tale of heroism, but also as a love story.
What Lisa Beamer focuses on these days is trying to inspire people to follow in the footsteps of her husband and the other Flight 93 passengers to fight back and give back. She started the Todd Beamer Foundation to help children affected by tragedy.
We are both proud and honored to present you with this check for $16,100.
So far, the foundation has raised more than $3 million. In the face of adversity, she became a face of strength. To many in a shaken nation, a symbol of unshaken faith.
And would you please help me welcome his wife, Lisa Beamer, here tonight.
Bons costumes, assistência psicológica, médica, odontológica e jurídica.
From ABC, this is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings. Criminals are the problem tonight. A record 1.2 million Americans are behind bars, and the chances that they'll go straight when they're released are not good. ABC's Peggy Waymeyer reports tonight on an experiment being tried at Sugar Land Prison near Houston.
Just beyond this cow pasture, Texas prison officials are conducting an unusual experiment in criminal rehabilitation.
All interchange inmates, turn out the services.
The state, frustrated with failed efforts to reform repeat offenders, has just turned this prison unit over to the church. It's just like any other prison, from the guards to the work duties. But a religious group called Prison Fellowship is spending $1.5 million of its own money on a rigorous moral rehabilitation program.
What happens to a man while he's in prison is one thing, but where we have been failing is what happens to them once they're out of prison.
The follow-up is which is just as impressive as the initial interchange, and we're confident that not only have we made the right choice, but confident that the results will matter.
Over the course of the interchange program, prisoners are offered the tools they need to take responsibility for their lives and the values they need to be positive, contributing members of society.
Hold out your candle for all to see. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world.
The National Guard Challenge Program is a community-based program that leads, trains, and mentors at-risk youth.
It's a 5.5-month residential program where young men and women come who have dropped out of school.
I think the term is at-risk youth. Don't go to school, skip class, get high.
The last full grade I passed was 5th grade. Fights all the time, gangs.
Oh, I didn't want to come here, but I really had nowhere else to go.
I tell parents the first day that they will stick with us, that I guarantee them that cadet will not be the same cadet that they pick up.
It was the start of something that I never felt before, A lot of people wanted to go home, but a lot of people stayed and toughed it out because they really wanted to be there.
We can do wondrous things here because
They spend 7 days a week, 24 hours a day for 5.5 months. The linchpin in our program is the mentoring phase. And the centerpiece of that is a relationship that the cadet forms with a carefully selected, trained mentor.
We're fighting for Dean's life. If we're not successful in this, then you and I and everybody else is going to be paying for it for the rest of our lives and his life.
The successes that we've seen here in Louisiana are phenomenal.
It was just awesome.
They are proud of themselves. They have accomplished something, many of them, the most that they've ever accomplished in their lives.
It's a very gratifying job, really, to be able to watch these young men and women literally change their lives.
Mentoring is a part of the American way of life. And that's why I'm so pleased to see the National Mentoring Partnership is presenting its Excellence in Mentoring Award to the National Guard Youth Challenge Program.
For thousands of America's most forgotten children, Christmas is no longer a season of loneliness. Not since Angel Tree took them under its wings. Last Christmas, Angel Tree Churches reached out to a record 575,000 prisoners' kids. But 12 months is a long time to wait for another touch of healing and hope.
Angel Tree wants
Angel Tree wants to give you. Ow! Angel Tree wants to give you
another gift.
But it's not a Christmas present. It's not a Christmas present. But it's not a Christmas present.
This camping resource kit will give you valuable help to get this ministry up and running. The Quick Start Guide, for example, takes you step by step through the program with even more detail than this video. The instructions in this video match the steps in this guide, so if you need more explanation on any point, just look it up.
It's a swing, swim, splash, run, paddle, read, listen, pray, share, care, and play present. Play present.
Play present.
It's Angel Tree Camping. It's Angel Tree Camping. It's Angel Tree Camping.
For those living in third world countries, even the miracle of getting a traditional wheelchair doesn't last long in these conditions.
There are approximately 25 million people who need wheelchairs in our world today. And so it's with real joy that we're here today to announce the beginning of a Feed the Children factory to manufacture wheelchairs. And we've already received from other relief organizations in excess of 10,000 orders.
Those orders are not for your everyday wheelchair either, which can range from $400 to $2,000 US in price.
We believe that we can manufacture this particular chair for less than $150, or be able to retail it for less than $150.
The new World Chair not only has a smaller price tag, but takes advantage of mountain bike technology and an expandable frame to create a wheelchair that may last a lifetime.
On the journey from boy to man, there are two truths. One, you'll get there, sooner or later. Two, it's how you get there that counts.
I gotta know what a man was because my dad was never there to teach me what a man was. But he taught me more what a man was in his absence than he could ever do in his presence, you know? I want to be a man of God, a real man. I want to be a good man for my children in the future, for my wife in the future. I want to be there for them.
Los médicos, tras una evaluación preliminar, manifiestan que el caso es crítico. Al problema pulmonar hay que agregarle una peligrosa deficiencia cardíaca.
Él dice que primero que él tiene que salir de aquí, tiene que estar en un hospital.
Este programa es parte de un proyecto internacional de la confraternidad carcelaria.
Helps me keep doing my homework. Makes me learn my math. Makes me feel happy and proud. It helps me get better grades in math.
I believe it has a tremendous impact on our community, and we need more programs like this.
And I think that's what's real important, that our kids get an understanding that we love them and we care about them, and we're going to do whatever we can to ensure that they are the incredible people that we know they can be.
We will raise our hands.
Thank you for joining us for the White House Conference on Faith-Based and Community Initiatives. I am committed to supporting and strengthening your work for the benefit of our whole nation. And this conference will explore ways we can meet this goal together. America is a more just and compassionate place because countless of citizens like yourselves are willing to serve your neighbors. You are filling a need that government programs and benefits can never adequately fill. You touch people personally. You provide mentoring and kindness and individual concern. These acts of love can change a life. And millions of these acts of compassion can change a nation.
You don't have to dunk a basketball on national TV.
It doesn't matter if you can sink a 30-foot putt.
It's not about who can nail the three in the final seconds of the game.
What makes a good mentor is commitment and consistency.
Mentoring isn't about your skills, it's about your time.
And you can't expect that the kid is going to initiate the relationship. They don't know how. You have to be the one that goes that extra mile, that gives the extra call. These kids will test you. They have to put you through some tests to see if you really care. And one of those tests is going to be, will you love me if I'm bad?
When you get exasperated with him, when he wants to cuss you out, cuss your wife out, you know, and all this kind of jazz, and you keep going back, picking up this kid, and you know where he is, and you never give up on him, that's real stuff that really counts. And I think that's the epitome of good mentoring.
Mentors are really, really fun to have. Definitely really nice.
She's just a really fun person, really kind of a kid at heart.
Villainous.
She's like my daughter.
She's like my mom. They're like big brothers too.
Yeah, I call her more of a friend than I do a mentor.
He's still strange as ever.
Greatest job in the world.
Fun, helpful.
Someday I would like to be a mentor. Definitely.
I said they're the coolest people on earth.
It's Christmas time in prison, where the only trees are watchtowers, and the only thing that sparkles is barbed wire. Perhaps that's only fair. Yet for so many of those inside, there's someone else on the outside. Someone else whose Christmas will be touched by sadness through no fault of their own.
It's hard not to have fathers, even if it's for a short amount of time. And for 2.5 years, it felt like a lifetime. But when he finally came home,
it means so much to them to know that their parents care about them. That's why when we deliver the gifts, we always say, this is in the name of your father or your mother. This is from your father or your mother who is in prison.
at that moment when I opened the box, that I seen the toys, I seen the clothing that they have for my kids in there. My kids were crying, they were jumping up and down and hugging me, and Mommy, look what I have, and Mom, look what I have, and my daughter had a doll and my kids had toys. We had clothing, you know. It was like, oh my God. Then I said, oh Lord, I have heard about Christ already, and I said, oh my God, there really is someone. There really is someone that cares for us.
Dare Mighty Things launches new social enterprises with breakaway scale, investment appeal, and effectiveness. Over 250,000 adults and children have directly benefited from the programs they have designed and helped launch.